It's Kwai here again, and in this video, I just want to talk to you about some of the things that I've learned over the past 6 months during my blogging website. All right, so here, what we've got here is just the traffic that I was generating over the past 6 months, and I started actually blogging at around March in 2012. So I had the idea of launching a massive website that contained lots of really good information on productivity, internet marketing, business building, entrepreneurship. So I just had this idea at 3 o'clock in the morning. Just wanted to share as much information as I can into this website. So what I did was initially I already had a blog site that I was running before, but I really wanted to move that into a proper website that had its own domain name and everything. So I didn't want to have kwa-boy.com/blog. I wanted to have its own domain name. So what happened was I went and registered domain name secretsentrepreneur.com, and so I launched it around here. So that's the launch date there, which was on I think it was just before March. And so I started getting a lot of traffic around this point here. So this was really just the traffic that I was getting from pointing the old website to the new website. Right, so I shut down the old one and I just pointed all traffic to the new one. And what happened was Google actually reset the website at that point there. So at that point there, I was getting all these referrals, but then it kicked off the old website, and then the new website started kicking in. And the organic traffic that I was getting was about 4 visitors per day. So it was only just 4 visitors. And I think I had about 10 articles or about 15 articles from the old website. Anyway, the idea was just to keep blogging, so I really wanted just to see if I can just blog every single day. So my plan was just to write every day into the blog site. So I was sticking to it, right? So what I did was, at that point, I was at a page rank, about a page rank of 0. So it just launched, so it was nothing, it was brand new. And then I kept blogging. So every day I just blogged, maybe about just about one per day. Some days I actually posted an article, maybe about 3 or 4 articles per week. And around, so I stuck to it for about, where was it? I started in March there, okay, and I just stuck to it until I reached about, I think it was about that point there. And I sort of like stopped here because what happened was I just kept on blogging, I kept on writing articles. At that point there, I started going on a lot of holidays. Right, so I remember I went to Vietnam, I went to Australia, I went to Singapore, I went everywhere. And at that point, I really didn't add a lot of content into the site. And I was also really, to be honest, I was actually a bit discouraged with the website because I was writing articles every day, and when I logged into the computer, into the analytics, I noticed that the traffic was really low, so and this is all I can see was just after blogging for so long. This is all the traffic I saw. So I actually took a break from this point here. Alright, so this point here I was asleep. Alright, and so what happened was I remember I took off, I stopped blogging for about 2 weeks. I didn't add any content to it. And then all of a sudden, at this point here, I started getting a lot of email subscribers. All right, so I started getting a lot of emails into my website. Like on my website, I've actually got sign-up boxes and sign up on the right-hand side. There's pop-ups and everything like that. And I noticed I started getting a lot of subscribers. And then I was wondering what was happening. And what was happening was that finally, all the articles that I wrote here started to really kick in. And this is the point where it just started taking off. So this is where it just started really taking off. So I remember I logged into my website, and then I about a few days later, and then I saw all this traffic going in, and that explains why I got a lot of subscribers. And obviously this really motivated me to keep writing more and more, right? So and I didn't want to give up. I mean, I never consider myself giving up, but I was really discouraged with the effort that I was putting in before, and it just wasn't generating results. But finally, it started kicking in. So then I really started trying to crank it up. So what I did was I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to try to write one article, not just one article per day, but 2 per day, and I just want to keep pumping out really, really good content, and also keyword-rich content as well. So then I did that. So around there, I remember looking back at my traffic, I was really happy with it. And and around this point here, I think I was getting about 20 visitors per day or something, 20 to 50 visitors per day, which was really good. and I was getting about 1 or 2 subscribers per week, so that wasn't that much. And then at that point, I made a decision to actually write more articles. So then I started really cranking it up. So at this point here, I was making about 2 articles per day. So that's 2 per day, right? And and this is what happened was I just kept on writing, and then the traffic really started increasing. So you can see there, the traffic really went up, right? And then I just kept blogging over and over and over again, and then you can see that it just really starts taking off there. So I started from, that's the low point there, and then just started, you can see the trend going right up there. Okay, and just that's what happens if you keep writing 2 articles per day. And then these days I'm just pretty much doubling my not income, but the traffic as well. And also I'm starting to earn lots of lots of income here as well. So I remember I installed some analytics here. I installed like Google pay-per-click, Google AdSense, and I think I was earning about just 1 cent around that time. But these days I'm earning about between $3 to $5 per day, right? So it's not that much, but I know that if I were to stick to it for next 6 months, I should be able to double it, maybe even triple it. And then if I stick to it for maybe another year, I should be able to triple the traffic and quadruple it, whatever, and also the income as well. And another thing I want to share is also there's this thing that that is true for me, and I've found in my previous experience, is that there's this thing called the Google Sandbox. Right, so it's called Google Sandbox. Okay, what this is what happens is, let's say that you launch a brand new website. You've got the brand new domain name, you've got the hosting and everything. It's all brand new. What happens is, from my experience, is that your website is on probation. And what's happening is, you're sort of like being tested, right? So once you launch your website, your website gets placed into a thing called a Google Sandbox, and it just lets Google just lets it sit there and just see what happens. And pretty much from my experience, you're sitting in this Google Sandbox for about between 4 to 6 months, maybe even 4 to 5 months. It's around that point there. And once you have proven yourself, that's when all the articles and everything starts kicking in. And I've always been aware of this one when I launched the website, and I also noticed that you can see that that's the Google Sandbox happening right there. So it started there and it ends around that point there. So it was about 3 or 4 months, right? And that's when you notice when it just takes off and starts kicking off. All right, so that's my status report for the past 6 months of just blogging every day and writing multiple articles. Feel free to try this with your website. Just keep blogging, keep writing every single day. Make sure you've got lots of good keywords as well. And keep it up, keep going, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.